So you clicked on this video for one of two reasons. Number one, you want to improve your current relationship with yourself and your partner, let's say. Or number two, you want to invest into your future self and the relationship with your future partner. Both is amazing. So props to you for being interested in having a healthy relationship with yourself and anybody else. And I'm about to tell you the 4 key principles to having a good relationship with anybody, with yourself, with your partner, with others, with your grandma, like with anybody. And I'll start off by giving you a harsh truth that is, most of the things that you learn are not going to be implemented overnight. They're not going to be learned overnight, because information without implementation is useless. And so when you learn something, it takes time for it to sit down in your brain and for actually to understand it. So it won't happen in a snap of a finger. It won't happen that quickly. This will take time. So let's begin. Firstly, the first principle is identifying and understanding your emotions. This is called emotional intelligence. It's knowing your emotions. It's when you understand yourself enough to not act upon your desires, but to actually take them into consideration and find the source of those desires. It's when you are aware of your emotions and how they affect other people. It's when you're empathetic, when you're talking to yourself and speaking to somebody, when you can understand them and others. I'm gonna go over everything bit by bit. To not act up on your desires, you'll need to learn how to control your emotions. That is because, let's say you're irritated, right? You are annoyed. Not knowing how to calm yourself down, you'll be letting all that anger onto someone that's next to you. God forbid, your partner. So an easy way to control your emotions is just to take a step back and take a deep breath. And then continuing the conversation with a clear mind. And to be aware of your emotions and how they affect the people around you is called self-awareness. So when you understand that your feelings are valuable and that you need to take care of them, you'll start to ask questions. Now, the key to good self-awareness is in asking the right questions. Although there is no right or wrong question, there's only good or bad phrasing. And this is where I apply my what, not why rule. For example, let's say you're anxious and you would probably ask, why am I feeling anxious? That just creates so many possibilities. This creates, I'm anxious because of this, because of that, because of that, because of that, because of that. It just creates so many opportunities and possibilities, right? So you start to overthink. So instead of asking why here, you could ask, what is making me anxious? Or what can I do to make myself feel better? Or what can I do to calm myself, right? It just creates a plan towards fixing instead of going back and thinking about everything that's happening. So ask what instead of why, so we'll create a plan. And finally, the 4th principle would be empathy, something that every human needs. Practice empathy as much as possible, because that's a necessity. That's necessary to be human, like generally. And so what empathy really is, it is the ability to comfort, help, and listen to others. It's when you understand and accept them for who they are without judgment. And so whether you're talking to your friend or your partner or a granny at a supermarket, practice empathy as much as possible, because it is really something that makes you more magnetic to people. It is something that'll help you build relationship with people so easily, even if it's a short conversation. If you just listen to them, which is a part of empathy, they're gonna like you so much. And I'm telling you about emotional intelligence, controlling your emotions, self-awareness, and empathy, because without these 4 skills, no relationship will ever last. And I stand by that. And do you see how every one of these 4 skills is centered around you? You need to build your emotional intelligence. You need to practice controlling your emotions. You need self-awareness. And you need to understand how to be empathetic. Every one of these is rolled around you, because to have a good relationship with somebody else, you need to be on good terms with yourself. So if you lack any of these 4 skill sets, the people around you are going to be at the mercy of your dysfunction and lay the price of your immaturity and lack of growth. Let me repeat it again, slowly. If you lack any of these 4 skill sets, the people around you are going to be at the mercy of your dysfunction and lay the price of your immaturity and lack of growth. Credits to Maria Concilio. Do you understand what that means? That's why you shouldn't go into a relationship without knowing yourself fully, without being emotionally intelligent, being able to control your emotions, being self-aware of what you do and how you affect other people, and without being empathetic. You can't really go into a relationship without any of these principles, because you will see later in the relationship, you will see the effect it has on you and your partner. So I hope you got some value out of this video, and leave a like and subscribe if you did. Comment if you like something, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay positive. What a good boyfriend. He got her flowers. What a good guy.